Hi everyone, Angela here. A couple of years ago, I made a tutorial on how to make small fabric butterflies, which was the inspiration for this new design. Print out the pattern at 100% letter size and check with the 1-inch square. Links for this pattern and the tools I use can be found down in the description below. Carefully cut out all the pattern pieces. Join pieces A and B together and cut out the small notch at the center top. Then join pieces C, D, and E together. I'm using 2 different pieces of 100% quilting cotton for this project. Cut 2 of the main body piece without including any of the selvages. Then cut 1 piece for the loop. To give the butterfly some body, you'll need medium weight non-woven fusible interfacing with the glue on one side. Cut 2 pieces for the main body. With the fabric wrong side up, place the interfacing on top with glue side down and press together. Repeat for the other piece. On the piece that you're using as the main fabric, cut the center notch on one edge. You'll also need some 1/4-inch elastic for the loop. I'm using the Juki TL-2010Q sewing machine. The link for this and the tools I use are down in the description below. Make sure to use the code NOTCHESJUKI for the special offer. To make the loop, fold it in half lengthwise with right sides together and carefully matching the edges. Stitch with a 1/4-inch seam allowance, back tacking at the start and finish. If you need, use a little magnetic seam guide to help you sew straight. Attach a small safety pin to one end, push it inside, and then slowly turn the loop right side out. Flatten it and adjust the seam so that it's all on one side. Remove the safety pin and just neaten out the end. Attach safety pins close to both ends of the elastic. Then thread it through until there's just a little bit of elastic left at the end. Stitch close to the edge of the fabric to hold in place. Thread through the rest of the elastic and stitch the other end. Remove the safety pins and stretch it out evenly, making sure nothing's twisted. On the main fabric piece, locate the notch on the edge. Fold the loop in half without any twisting, and then place it to the left of the notch, matching the fabric ends. Carefully hold the ends on top of each other and stitch close to the edge of the fabric to hold in place. With right sides together, place the other piece of fabric on top, matching the edges. Clip together, clip where the loop is, and then place another clip about 1 inch from the loop. Then clip the rest of the sides together. From the clip beside the loop, leave a space about 2 inches or 3 fingers wide. Starting here, use a 1/4-inch seam allowance to stitch all around, back tack at the start and finish, and pivot at the corners. Carefully stitch over the loop and finish by back tacking about 1 inch past it. Trim all the corners on an angle, being careful not to cut any of the stitching. Separate the seams and press flat all around. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave a comment below. Flip over, turn up the other side of the seams, and press them all down. This step is optional, but it does make it a lot easier to center the seams later on. Go through the opening to turn right side out, and then use a point turner or knitting needle to carefully poke out all the corners. Next, adjust the seams by pinching and rolling so that they're right in the center, and press all around. Also adjust and match the folds of the opening. With the main fabric facing you, pull out the loop to find the center, hold it there, and then turn it towards you once and put the edges together at the fabric edge. You should have 2 equal loops without any twisting. Use a clip to hold it in place and clip the opening together as well. Starting just before the loop, edge stitch all around, backtacking at the start and finish. Go slowly over the loop, keeping those edges together right in the center. Fold in half, matching the corners and side edges, and with the loop at the bottom, crease that center fold. Carefully fold in half again, matching all the edges at the bottom, and crease the top fold. Lift the top half and then push down the center of that edge, creating a triangle. Keep adjusting the triangle until the contrasting fabric on the side is nice and even. Carefully turn over, open up the other half, creating another triangle. Adjust as needed. The center of the loop should be right at the center where the two folds meet. Clip the edges together and make sure the contrasting fabric is nice and even. Open up the loop and clip the sides together. The back and front should look the same. Sew across the loops through all the layers on top of the original edge stitching, backtacking at the start and finish. Next 1/4 inch from the fabric edge, we'll stitch across the loops again inside the edges. The stitching shouldn't go beyond the edges. On the front, we're going to be folding from the end of this top line of stitching to about 3/4 inch down from this side corner, and the same on the other side. Place your fingers in between the fabric at the sides, pinch and fold along that line, bringing the front of that fabric down. The corner of that fold should just stick out a little bit at the side. Clip it in place and repeat on the other side. Check that everything is centered at the top and the butterfly looks nice and symmetrical. About 1 inch down from that inner fold, make a mark in the center of that bottom portion and repeat on the other side. On both sides, tack in place 1 stitch back and forth a few times to hold all the layers together. Place the butterfly face down and then fold the width of a tea towel into thirds. Pull the towel through the bottom loop halfway and fold over. Neaten it up on the elastic and it's ready to be hung on any hook or handle. Nice thick bathroom hand towels can also be used. To hang on a bar, loop it over from behind, pull the butterfly through, and then add the towel. Make sure to check out my channel for more DIY projects and clothing alteration tutorials. Thanks again for watching. Take care and happy sewing.